Anyone following me here on LinkedIn will know that very much front of mind for myself and the team at E-FWD at the moment is the topic of engineering skills. I'm here in Invergordon, very close to Inverness here in the north of Scotland, and behind me sit two outstanding decommissioning and well life cycle management rigs owned by Well-Safe Solutions, and I've spent the day there. And on the rigs today, I met Alexa Duncan, who is Well-Safe Solutions Energy Transition Manager. It's great to see you, Alexa, and thanks for coming here to chat on the beach. It's a wonderful location on a beautiful day. Alexa, your role is Energy Transition Manager. But what I'm interested in, given your deep experience and expertise in engineering, is your take on how UK PLC is managing our own energy transition. You live here in the community. What is the temperature? What's the pulse test of those highly skilled engineers that are capable of delivering an energy transition right now here as we stand here today?
I mean, I would say there's so much uncertainty just now in the industry. I don't think we're managing that transition very well. Right now, we rely on hydrocarbons for 75% of our energy needs, predominantly in transport and heating, and yet we're shutting down oil and gas. And in my mind, we're shutting that down way too early. Until that demand has disappeared, we should be producing it locally. We should be supporting our domestic workforce and not importing LNG that has a far greater CO2 intensity compared to our domestically produced gas.
And before Well-Safe, you worked for Harbour Energy, a firm that has recently had to take very difficult decisions driven by windfall taxation that have resulted in the loss of those highly skilled engineering roles that this economy so desperately needs. You were drawn to Well-Safe and decommissioning as a transition industry, but what you're telling me and what I've seen today is that those who are putting their engineering and technical capabilities to that transition industry face the same uncertainty.
Yeah, absolutely. We're standing here today, and we have 5 rigs here in the Cromarty Firth in the height of summer, doing absolutely nothing. We should be getting after the energy transition. We should be decommissioning those assets that are ready to be decommissioned. We should be doing intervention work on the assets that actually have more production potential in them. But we're not getting that commitment because of the uncertainty, the unpredictability that our government is applying in the UK.
And as we look ahead, and we talked about this today, and every time we make visits and trips to businesses and to operations that are right at that cutting edge of where fiscal policy meets operational reality, I'm finding it very, very sombering experiences, because this is real, this is serious. But someone like yourself and the teams around you and the teams in Well-Safe with those engineering skills, you can take those and apply them to renewables in the future, to CCUS, to hydrogen. But does that feel like too abstract a pathway at the moment? Like, is it hard to see that route through?
Yeah, I think it's hard. Is it hard to see? I mean, I think there's loads of potential. And coming at it from a Wells point of view, you talked about CCS. Absolutely, you know, there's that's the same set of skills that you'd be applying to that. Geothermal, another renewable energy source. It's the same kind of skill set. So there are lots of aspects that can be applied. But we don't have we don't have the momentum, and we were starting to see some more commitment from the government from a CCS point of view. But we're not really kind of getting after it and seeing that commitment. And I think also, but we still have to manage it. We have to manage it really carefully and really closely. We can't just switch one off and expect everything else to ramp up, super quickly. We have to manage it really carefully and
look forward. So looking forward and thinking about all of that technical capability that I've seen today, what gives you optimism and hope for the next period for Well-Safe? Because there's lots of exciting things in the pipeline for that company, as I've heard and seen today, aren't there?
Oh, absolutely. We have never been more ready. We have an incredible team of engineers who are ready to get after it. We have our assets here that are are incredibly capable. We have that proven track record, and we just want to get going, and we're really excited about that.
My last question, do you feel that those with the power to hire and to invest and to deliver renewables at scale, do you feel they understand the CV capability qualifications of those from oil and gas and how they can be applied to renewables as a sector?
In my experience, not really. I do think there's a translation piece that will, that needs to be applied, because really the skill sets are incredibly similar. You're kind of project managing, you're problem solving. The skill sets are absolutely transferable to a whole range of renewables beyond the CCS and geothermal that I kind of previously spoke of.
Before I came here today, I reread the government's industrial strategy, and so many pillars of it will be driven by talent and capabilities like Alexa's and her teams, but only if shifts are made in fiscal policy to allow traditional energy industries to continue to move forwards, and also only if an understanding and bridges are built between different participants across the whole of the energy sector. And that is something that the team and I at Energy Voice and E-FWD are absolutely laser focused on. The conversation around UK energy right now is too polarized, and there's too much talent and too much potential in regions like this and across the country that cannot go to waste. So we will not rest until we've brought every side together to drive economic growth. Alexa, it was a pleasure to talk to you, and I look forward to seeing comments and engagements around this here on LinkedIn. Let's go.